Hello guys, welcome back to Beyond the Realms, and I am sitting in the movie theater parking lot getting ready to go in to see Elysium in IMAX at the very first showing here at 10 p.m. I'm really looking forward to seeing this film. This is the second one from Neil Blomkamp, which he did District 9, which I was a huge fan of. I really liked that film a lot. Yeah, I mean, I think the premise of this film sounds really cool. So, hopefully it all turns out to be pretty good. I've checked out a few reviews, but I always try to stay away from them before I see a film. But it seems like it's getting pretty good reviews from the little bit that I've checked out. But we shall see. So I will return shortly with my review, and actually it'll be instantaneous for you. So I'll see you here in a second. Later. So Elysium is over after sitting through the normal, amount of trailers. They also had like a 10-minute IMAX exclusive little extended trailer for the Metallica Through the Never, which actually kind of looked pretty cool. It looked like a movie in with live concert footage. Yeah, I didn't know they were going to have that, but that was kind of cool. But yeah, Elysium, to give you a quick rundown in case you don't know what the movie's about. Now, this review is going to be spoiler-free. I'm going to try my best to not spoil anything here. But it tells a story of Earth in the year 2154, and basically Earth is just completely overpopulated. It's completely, we've went through all the resources, natural resources and everything. I mean, it's still here, but everything is just completely overdone, and all of the richest people have built this space station called Elysium. It's where only the richest of the rich can live. Everybody has a medical bed in their house, and it cures all diseases, illnesses, and basically that type of thing. So our main guy here, Max, which is played by Matt Damon, he gets into he has an accident happen at work where he's exposed to this radiation. So he is trying to figure out a way to get to Elysium and get healed from this. And I'll leave the plot at that. There's a lot more to it, a lot more intricacies, and especially for his reasonings for going to Elysium. But that's really the overall premise of the story. But like I said, it's way more in depth than that, but I'm going to keep this as spoiler-free as possible. And, like I mentioned, Earth is completely ran down. It's, I mean, like when it shows, Matt Damon as Max, when it shows him come out of his house and going to work at the beginning of the film, it looks like he's walking in a third world country. Like everything's crumbled, there's ruins everywhere, and I mean, it's just everything's completely overcrowded. There's like house upon house upon house, and there's people all over the place. And like I said, it looks like a third world country, but this is actually Los Angeles. And they show big, wide open shots of the Earth. And I mean, it's just completely overpopulated. But I thought he did a really good job. I'm not the biggest Matt Damon fan, but I thought that he was really good in this role. I mean, you really felt for him. And by the time things start to really happen to him, you feel sympathetic for him. And also, his girlfriend slash friend, her name's Frey in the movie. I don't know, I can't remember her real name. She wasn't bad. She was pretty good too. A nice little, added bonus to the movie. Let's see, Jodie Foster plays like the woman who runs Elysium, and she is very adamant about nobody from Earth getting up there, and protecting the people of Elysium and their way of life. Just a real, bitchy type character. And she had this weird accent. I don't know, it was kind of like a mix between, a French and British accent, I guess you could say. I don't know. It was strange. I didn't really care for her character too much. She didn't really, I don't know. It was just a little flat for me. But another standout character in this movie is Sharto Copley, which he was the main character in District 9. Now, in this movie, he plays a guy named Kruger, which is, he's on Earth, and he's like this, he does the dirty work for people on Elysium and for favors. And, this character was badass. He was an awesome bad guy. And, you know, this movie has drawn comparisons. I have heard a little bit, you know, being compared to RoboCop. And I will say that, yes, there are comparisons to RoboCop, but this film does stand on its own. And you might think I got sidetracked here, but no, I have a point with this. This character of Kruger, he really reminded me of Clarence from RoboCop. Like, he was really like a more physically imposing version of Clarence in a way. But still, I mean, still unique. But he just reminded me of that because he is this definite bad guy. He is a fucking asshole. But he has this charisma to him where you like to see him on screen. I mean, you're going to laugh at some of the stuff he says. People all over in the theater will laugh at some of the things he says. And, you know, the guy has a really heavy British accent. And it's kind of funny at times. I mean, it works. I mean, it definitely works, but it's kind of funny. It's really, really heavy British accent. But Copley did an amazing job in this role. Just fucking excellent, man. Just the perfect bad guy in this. And you know, also some of the other RoboCop comparisons are the obvious. I mean, the outfit that Matt Damon is fitted with, and he's fitted with that for a couple different reasons. Well, no, actually one main reason, but then there's some other things that he is equipped with, I guess you could say, that plays into the story. But, you know, the outfit is, it has a really, it has a purpose. It's not just to look cool or whatever. There is a purpose to that outfit, and I won't spoil that, but I liked it, and it worked for me. But, you know, that's one of the comparisons to RoboCop. And then also some of the violence in this film. Now, this isn't an overly violent film. You know, I think, you know, it doesn't have the same amount of violence as RoboCop. But there are certainly moments where you'll think things like that, because a sci-fi film, the outfits, you know, the Clarence type character, and then this extreme violence that happens. There's exploding bodies, exploding heads that happen in this movie that is just awesome. But like I said, it doesn't happen all the time. It's not like a constant barrage of you know, just senseless violence. You know, every part that it happens in, I think it had its moment, had its meaning to it. But overall, guys, I thought this movie kicked ass. It is a smart sci-fi film. It's very character-driven. It's not mindless popcorn entertainment. And that's what makes me wonder if this will be a success, you know, because it's a shame. Films like this, you know, it's hard to say if they're a real success. Because of it, you know, the way it is, you know. But this is the type of movies I want to see. This is exactly what I want to see. This is very original, and just great, man. I mean, it had a really good pace and build up. It captures you right out of the gate, showing, you know, the pictures of the Earth, and there's no voiceover. It's all with words on the screen telling, you know, the situation. And I like that. You know, it wasn't, you know, sometimes I think when you do an overdubbed narration, it can add you know, I don't know, too much of a dramatic effect. I don't know, but I liked how, you know, it just pulls you in right from the get-go with this. But there's definitely, you know, again, the RoboCop influence on this. Let's see what else. And it really is kind of like a different take on District 9. Like, you know, the 1%, the Occupy movement, the you know, whole healthcare situation, all of that social commentary really plays into this film, and I was really worried about it being heavy-handed on that, because it seems pretty obvious just from the synopsis and the trailer, but I didn't think it was. I think that it you know, it played out smoothly. I never felt like I was getting preached to. But, you know, then again, some other people might, you know, I guess it just depends. But it definitely had that a District 9 take to it. And plus, there are robots in this film that are like guards, and they are very reminiscent of the aliens in District 9. It's like a different take on that. They're like a more like polished robot looking type style, I guess you could say. But yeah, guys, go see this film. Go support this film. It's freaking great. All, you know, just everything really worked in this for me. I just think it's an excellent film. It's definitely one of the better films from this year. I'm so glad to see yet another awesome sci-fi film come out that's, you know, not just mindless action, mindless popcorn action, which there's nothing wrong with those two. I enjoy those too, but I really love these smart, make you think, story, character-driven sci-fi films, and that is certainly what this is. So guys, I'm going to give Elysium a 9.5 out of 10. I highly recommend going out and checking this out. Support it. Help put this movie up to #1 this weekend, guys, because it certainly deserves it. So guys, I hope you enjoyed my review, and I am Jason. You've been watching Beyond the Realms. Have a good one, guys. Later.